right. I hope everybody is enjoying their Thanksgiving, even though we don't have another Thanksgiving for, 2 days? This is barely like Tuesday, so it's 2 days. And on the panel, we have Kyra, a.k.a. Raptorsgurl. Say hi.
Hey.
And we have, what's your friend's name?
Jeff. I'm a kid.
John?
Jeff.
Jeff. Okay, Jeff. And Jeff, where are you from?
Well, I'm from Philly.
That's what's up. So you're a Crimson Tide fan. You're Eagles fan, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and Phillies fan for sure.
For sure.
Any other sports?
Yes. What's that?
Any other sports besides those three?
I like hockey. I coached basketball for a long time, but I got burnt. So I'm burnt out for basketball, so I'm done with that.
Yeah.
So basically, though, the top two are the Eagles and the Phils.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, brother. So basically, we're just doing a pick'em. We do this every week. Kara's part of my NFL pick'em league, 152 people, and you're just one of the guests on the show for today, and we're just going to be doing our picks. Does that sound good?
Sounds great to me.
All right, so we'll go in order. Like, if I call a game out for the first game, and then I'll call the name of the person, and then you can do your explanation to do your pick. Or if you don't have an explanation, you can just pick. You don't have to give an explanation.
Got it.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and go with the picks. You guys ready?
Yep.
All right, so we're going into the 3 games going into Thursday. The first one is going to be the Chicago Bears, who are 5-6 at the 3-7 Lions. This is going to be a Thanksgiving game.
Yeah.
So, Jeff, I know you're nodding your head there. Let's go ahead and start with you, man. Who do you got and why?
Boy, that sounds like a bad turkey dinner, doesn't it? I'm going to go with the Lions, I think. I think the Bears can play defense, but I think Detroit can score. Driscoll's played well. Chicago just can't score. Trubinsky just stinks. So I'm going to go with Detroit there.
All right, Raptorsgurl, who do you got?
Every time I try to pick the Lions for an upset, it's not an upset, so I'm going with the Bears.
All right, you're going to go with the Bears? Okay, that's good. And I'm going to go with Chicago because, even though Detroit has Driscoll or whatever his name is, and he's not doing too bad, I think the Lions loss to the Redskins sent a statement to the Lions that they're going to lose out the rest of the games. So you lose to the Redskins, even as bad as they are, with Stafford, I think we're almost going to see the end of Stafford in Detroit. I think it's almost going to get to that point. He's doing the same thing what they're doing with Phillip Rivers. He's just been there for a long time. He's a little bit above average. They give him weapons as receivers in the past. Sure, Detroit's never really had a defense. And I think they're going to hit the reset button pretty soon on Stafford. I think if they don't get rid of him this offseason, you either go all in with Stafford and get him a defense, or you just draft the quarterback, or you go with this new guy, Driscoll.
Okay.
But I got the Bears. And,
Bears.
Okay, so Raptor, you got the Bears, you got the Lions, Jeff?
Yep.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and go to the next one. All right, the next game's going to be the Buffalo Bills at Dallas. The Bills at 8-3. Cowboys are at 6-5. Wow. I mean, Cowboys came off a stunning loss in New England in which they only were able to put 6 points on the board. Jerry Jones came out for 2 days straight. He's been firing shots at the media. First, he says that he's very disappointed in the loss, and he expressed his anger towards Jason Garrett. Now he's backpedaling, and he's saying that Jason Garrett is going nowhere. So the Bills are coming in at 8-3. Usually they do bad around this year, but, hey, the Bills might come marching in with 11 wins. That Rosen guy looks pretty good. So do the Cowboys rebound at home on Thanksgiving Day, or do the Buffalo Bills come in and get the 9th win of the season? I'm going to go ahead and start with Jeff first. Who you got?
Okay, again, I'm from Philly, so we hate the Cowgirls up here. I got nothing to do with them, so I'm going to go with the Bills just because. The Cowgirls, they can stay there. Jerry Jones can dance around, and Garrett can moan and frown on the sidelines, and, it all comes down to that last game for the division. So I'm going to go with the Bills to give the Dallas a second loss in a row.
My dad is a Giants fan, and he told me, back in the day, when he was living in Dallas, they would have the Philadelphia cream cheese, and the Cowboys fans used to throw the cream cheese in the front of the driveway because that's how bad they hated each other. They had rituals. They would not eat Philadelphia cream cheese during the week the Eagles would come to town. So, they would come in that week, and they would say the grocery stores would actually put all the Philadelphia cream cheese in the back of it and wouldn't sell it for that whole weekend.
Which isn't even made here, by the way.
Where was it made?
I think it's in Wisconsin. That's
So why'd they call it Philadelphia cream cheese? What the So Cowboys fans are retards. I'm going to go tell my dad that, too.
You can. I'll put it on my jacket if I have to. It's all good.
That's like pecane sauce. Everyone thought it was made in San Antonio, and it's not. It's from New York City.
Yeah, people just come up with names. Oh, that sounds good.
So those cow turd fans are like, I'm not eating Philadelphia cream cheese, and the whole time it wasn't even from Philadelphia.
No, it's not. They're morons. So you got what you pay for. So.
Okay, so you got the Bills. Raptorsgurl, what do you got? Bills and Cowboys.
The thing is, I played in this pick'em league to win, so I just have a really bad feeling about the Cowgirls. I'm picking them because I feel like the Bills' luck is gonna continue with this time around the year.
So who do you got, Bills or Dallas?
Cowboys. Dallas.
Oh, so you think the Bills' luck will run out sooner or later? Because usually they play bad around this time, that's why I'm a little worried about it.
That's what I'm saying. I think their luck is gonna stay the same. Like their bullshit luck.
I'll stick with my pick. I think Dallas rebounds. I think Dak Prescott's having his best year, even though the win-loss record doesn't say it. But statistic-wise, he's having his best year. Statistic-wise.
They have yet to beat a team over 500.
I agree, but the Bills are just one of those teams where, they are 8-3, but you're not used to seeing that. And it's like, I don't know if the Bills can win out like that. I think they're due for a couple more losses, and I think Cowboys can win that game and pick up on momentum. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Dallas.
All right, I stand alone again. I'm good.
All right, now the next game, the final game, and it's funny because the head coach of Atlanta said that the Falcons were going to win out after they won 3 division games in a row, and that they were going to run the table and go 9-7. Well, obviously that didn't happen because the Falcons lost to the Bucs. Yep. So they're now 3-8. Apparently they're not running the table, and they do host the New Orleans Saints, who they actually kicked their ass in New Orleans to start that whole fiasco about them running the table at 9-7, making the 6th seed. Well, the Saints are coming in now with Drew Brees and company, and I don't know, they're out for revenge, I guess. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to Jeff, man. Who you got, man?
You took it right out of my mouth. It's a revenge game. New Orleans wins. Period.
All right, Raptorsgurl, you got. Wait, go ahead, Jeff.
It's the Saints, period. This revenge game, and we're not going to lose to Atlanta twice in the same season. It's not going to happen. And who's going to stop Michael Thomas? Atlanta has somebody who can do that. So I think Drew Brees throws for 400, probably three sixes, and ball game.
All right, so Raptorsgurl, who do you got?
Saints and who?
At Atlanta Falcons.
Definitely the Saints.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Saints too. There's really nothing more I can add to it.
No.
So I think if Atlanta would have beaten Tampa Bay and they were sitting at 4-7, would you have changed your mind on this game?
No.
No, New Orleans is better.
Okay, all right. So either way, your decision was okay. All right. Well, now we go to the Sunday's games. December 1st, we're going to kick it off. Tennessee Titans, the Colts. They're both 6-5. Obviously, there's a lot at stake for possible wild card implications. Even the possibility of taking the division from us, depending on how we finish. So this is going to be a tough one here. I think the Colts took the first one in Tennessee. Can Tennessee return the favor? Division game. We'll start with Jeff. We got.
No, and no. I want to watch that game on a bet, but I'm going to go with the Colts.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Raptorsgurl, who do you got? Titans at Colts.
I'm going with the Titans.
Ooh, okay. You know what, man? Derrick Henry's had like 5 or 6 touchdowns the last 3 games or something. He's lighting up fantasy stats. That A.J. Brown, 3rd-round pick for wide receiver, looks pretty good too. And what's Tannehill, 5-1 as a starter?
Yeah, play somebody. Let's go.
I know, and you know what, man? I'm just until they start struggling, I somehow think they'll weasel out a 28-27 win over the Colts. It could go either way. I'll pick Tennessee just because I'm going to ride the Tannehill bandwagon for a couple more weeks. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the Titans. All right, so let's go ahead and go with the next game. You got the New York Jets at the Bengals. The Bengals are 0-11. The Jets are 4-7.
Jets. Jets.
Okay, so Jeff already said that the Jets and Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold's going to have a field day.
That's the Raptors.
Stink.
Raptors
They
girl.
stink all nice.
Who do you got?
I think. Oh, were you asking me? Or?
Yeah. New York Jets at Cincinnati.
You gotta take the Jets for an upset at some point, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that.
Well, I don't think the Jets are really going to be an upset. The upset would be the Bengals, but the Bengals they still got a decent defense and all that, and they're due for a win. I know they're 0-11, but I'm going to go ahead and just say, you know what, fuck it. I got the Cincinnati Bengals to win their first game.
And you got Dalton coming back. He's starting this week, so see what happens.
Ooh, Andy Dalton went to Katy High School, right down the street from my house. So I got...
Oh, okay.
Hey, dude, do you realize that's where I graduated?
Oh, damn. And doesn't, what's his name, play for the Sooners still or no?
No, man, he's in, like, he's with the Bengals right now, but he has a season-long injury, so...
Oh, what is that, Rodney Anderson?
Yep.
Oh, okay, the running back? Okay, yeah, that's right. You went to school with him. I forgot about that. Okay, all right. Well, we all cleared up that way. Now we got the Redskins at the Carolina Panthers. Kyle Allen seems to be throwing a lot of picks. And while you got Mr. Joe Haskins on the other end taking selfies instead of taking the game-winning kneel or whatever, which I don't really see a big deal about it. The kid's having fun. They got 2 wins, but can they win a third game in Carolina? We'll go with Jeff. What do you got?
I'm gonna go with the Panthers. Where's that game at?
In Carolina.
Yeah, I'm gonna take them at home. Absolutely. I think they got more. I think Washington got their win. They'll be all excited, and they're done.
Raptorsgurl, who do you got?
I got the Panthers.
Yeah, I'm not going to explain anymore. I got the Panthers as well. Let's just go ahead and go to the next game. No need to elaborate on that game. Both teams are not going to make the playoffs. The game everybody's talking about, 49ers travel to Baltimore to take on the Ravens, who are argumentatively the number 1 ranked team in the NFL in terms of power rankings, in terms of the teams they beat and strength of schedule. The Niners come in with Jimmy Garoppolo, West Coast to that East Coast trip. The Ravens look pretty good. The Niners look pretty good. Who wins this game? I'm going to start with Jeff.
I think this is the Niners get their defense finally gets their comeuppance here. Baltimore's way too fast, way too quick. Coming from 18 different angles. I think Baltimore wins this game, and I think they cover.
So you got Baltimore to win?
Yes.
Oh, okay. What about you, Raptorsgurl? Niners at Ravens. They said the Super Bowl preview. Who do you got?
I'm going with Baltimore, man.
Smart person.
I'm going to go with the Ravens as well. And in the other podcast, all 5 of us picked the Ravens. So it's not that the Niners are terrible. It's just I don't trust them winning on the road.
There's five of us. Who has 2 personalities?
Well, no. There are 5. I was on another podcast before I joined this one, and we all picked the Ravens on the podcast. So yeah, so we all got Ravens here. So it's a 3-0 sweep. I just don't trust Jimmy Garoppolo. All right, you got Tampa Bay at Jacksonville. Both are 4-7. You got Jameis Winston, and on YouTube they're calling him Black Trump. Mr. Grabman the Pussy. He travels down to Jacksonville to take on Nick Foles and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jeff, what do you got? Winston or Foles?
Another one, it's the who cares. I'll go with the Bucks. Nick Foles, I think there's something going on down there. I don't think they're playing for him. I think they want that other dude in there.
Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
And I think they're upset that Foles is playing. I think Jameis finally gets a W here.
Yep.
Jacksonville can't score. They're like the Eagles. They can't score points. So I'm going to go with Tampa Bay.
All right, Raptorsgurl, who do you got? Bucks at Jaguars. Both 3-7.
I'm too scared about the scoring thing that Jeff pointed out, so I'm going to go with the Bucks too.
Yeah, I also picked the Bucks as well, so I don't think I'm going to elaborate anymore on that. I think Foles doesn't fit well in that system. I think he personally should have stayed with the Eagles. That's my opinion. And yeah, I think Eagles fans are now might be starting to regret that. Not exactly sure which is the next game we're going to go to. Cleveland Browns at Pittsburgh. Browns 5-6, Steelers 6-5. Check this out. If the Browns manage to win this game, it'll be their first sweep against the Steelers since 1986.
86.
Wow. Yeah, they haven't had a sweep since 1986. So, I'll hand this to you, Jeff. Does it happen? Does this history repeat itself after 23 years?
Pittsburgh playing the third-string quarterback, right? Hodge, whatever his name is. And, I think Cleveland does it. I think they're starting to play good ball. And plus, if they go to 6-6, they're right back in it. So they have a lot more to play for. I think they're going to win. I think Cleveland's going to win there and win the game.
Well, Raptorsgurl, you're a Browns fan. Talk to me. Who wins? Do the Browns sweep the Steelers for the first time since 1986? Do the Browns go to 500? What do you got?
I don't know.
Your boy Baker Mayfield.
I'm not confident in my team right now, but I do think this is our year to finally be a mediocre team. So I guess I got to go with my Browns.
All right, and Pittsburgh's out for vengeance. I think the Steelers find some way to weasel out with a victory. I think the refs are going to help them. So I got Pittsburgh.
That could be like 10-6.
Yeah, like a low-scoring game, or what we call Schittsburg. All right.
Exactly.
Next one, I don't even know if I want to elaborate on it, but we got the Green Bay Packers at the New York Giants. Jeff, what do you got?
The Pack.
Raptorsgurl.
Packs.
Okay, I'm making a bold prediction. Call me crazy. I said this in the other podcast. Daniel Jones does bad, throws 3 interceptions, going into the mid-second. Eli Manning comes in. And Eli finishes his career with the Giants and then goes in the offseason and goes to Jacksonville to team up with Tom Coughlin and the Jaguars. Call me crazy. I see it happening. Something tells me I see Eli becoming a Jacksonville Jaguar next year and doing just kind of like his brother did where he left Colts and went to Denver. I see Eli Manning doing that exact same thing. I see him signing with the Jaguars for 2 years. Tom Coughlin has already been hinting behind it that he's going to pursue Eli Manning in the offseason. So it's possible he may start as a Jaguar next year.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Except he's 37 years old. Maybe he's just going to call it a career.
Well, I got Green Bay regardless, so that's what's going to start the storm. So that's why I'm going to pick the Pack Attack.
Aaron Rodgers will not lose 2 straight.
All right. The next one is the Philadelphia Eagles travel to Miami to take on the Dolphins, who apparently are trying to tank, but they forgot to figure out how to do that. They're 2-9. They came off a shitty loss to your Browns. You got the Eagles that are trying to find their identity, but at 5-6, they're still in the hunt for the East. They're only half a game out. So, Jeff, what do you got, man? Eagles at Dolphins.
Well, I got to go with the Birds just because they need a win. This is the place to get a win. So I think they go to 6-6, and yeah, that's a W. They may even score over 20 this game. Who knows?
And with the Dallas loss to Buffalo, you're looking at 6-6 with 4 games to go, and you don't have to go 9-7 to win that division.
That's all you got to do.
You can go 8-8.
Birds.
I think 8-8 takes the East in NFC.
Who takes the East?
I think NFC East can go 8-8 and win that division. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, the Eagles got to beat Dallas. That's all it comes down to.
And the same thing comes in the AFC South. I said 9-7, 8-8 will take that division because they're just not. They're both just not.
Got the Dolphins, the Redskins, 2 against the Giants, and the Cowboys.
Ooh, you guys got the better schedule.
Absolutely, though. Well, we got the hard one early. We got New England, Seattle, back to back. It was rough. It's tough.
So Raptorsgurl looking all beautiful over there with the bangs. I like it. Who do you got? Eagles at Dolphins.
This is a freebie win for the Eagles.
Okay. And I agree too. Eagles will rebound and win. That's my pick. I think that they'll just go to 6-6 and just hit the restart button. So there's really no more to go on that. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the next one. We got the LA Rams, who are 6-5. They go at the 3-7-1 Cardinals. Even though the Cardinals are 3-7-1, that guy Kyler Murray from Oklahoma doesn't look too bad. They lost to a mobile quarterback. The Rams did against the Ravens, but that was expected. Now, we do know that Kyler Murray is a mobile quarterback, but can they do the same thing the Ravens did to the Rams as the Cardinals? Can the Cardinals do that? So I'm gonna leave this off to Jeff. Who wins that game? Do the Rams rebound and go 7-5, or do they lose and go 6-6?
Can you call a tie?
Sure.
Because, well, the Rams can't stop anybody. Both their lines were just decimated by injury. Goff's not the same guy. You know what? This may be my upset special. I think I'll go with the Cards.
Wow.
Arizona here.
On the podcast, like 3 out of 5 people picked the Cardinals. I was not one of them. I picked the Rams.
I think the Rams are in a serious tailspin. I think they got more issues than just injury going on there.
Okay.
The so-called genius.
Okay.
Done.
Fair enough.
I'll take Arizona.
I got the Rams to rebound. They're fighting for a wild card spot, so they gotta fight, continue to fight. So I got them at 7-5. Who do you got? Raptorsgurl, Rams or Cardinals?
As much as I believe in Kyle Murray, I think the refs hate Kyle Murray, so I'm going with the refs helping the Rams win.
Yeah, and here's something that nobody knows, that nobody's discussed. The referee that blew that call in the Rams-Saints NFC Championship game that should have been a pass interference played for the Rams in 1985.
That's why that bullshit was.
Talk about conflict of interest.
God, that was bullshit.
Yeah.
He had no business refereeing that game. No business refereeing that game.
That was so
They won me money, so I'm not arguing to it.
It's just on conflict of interest alone. He had no business refereeing that game.
Well, you remember Randy Wolf, the pitcher of the Phillies house?
Yeah.
His brother's
That couldn't have been more
I didn't know that.
obviously interference.
Oh, his brother's an umpire?
Oh, yeah.
Who?
He's been an umpire for like 12 years. I'm trying to remember his first name, but it's Randy Wolf's brother.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. William Wolf or Will Wolf or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, he's been an umpire for like 13, 12 years, somewhere around there. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know they were brothers. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Imagine having him calling your game, or have him calling his brother, and you're playing him. That wouldn't be good.
I don't think he ever worked the plate, but he worked the base. I don't think you're allowed to work the plate if you have somebody like that.
Yeah, that would be too. Oh yeah, and I got the LA Rams, by the way. The next one is the LA Chargers travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. You're gonna have Phillip Rivers playing. Yeah, Phillip Rivers is taking on what is that? Something Allen. It's like the third Allen at quarterback. It's like
I don't know who they got in there now.
Yeah, it's an Allen guy. You got Kyle Allen, you got Josh Allen, and you got that other Allen. I don't know who he is, but there's 3 of them. So apparently, I don't know if they're all brothers or related, but maybe they should take a DNA test to prove that maybe they are. But whatever, if they are related, they need to give me the secret to find a success like they are. So, what do you got, Jeff?
I'm trying to think. It's 20 degrees in Denver. They just had a foot of snow. It'll be cold, windy, nasty. But Phillip Rivers, I don't think cares about that. I'm going to go with the Chargers. On the road. Get a W. Denver's got nothing much going for it.
Raptorsgurl, who do you got? Chargers at Broncos?
I got the Chargers because the home team always starts running against the wind, so...
Well, if you're referring to the high winds and the snow and all that, the weather, you're going to have to run the ball. And L.A., I mean, the Chargers in, San Diego or L.A., it's always sort of 75-degree weather. It's right by the bay. I mean, I guess I can kind of understand that. San Diego's a beautiful city, by the way. I went there 4 years ago, and I loved it. I wish I could go back and go visit. But I'm going to go ahead and go with the Chargers. I think Phillip Rivers, with his experience, unless he throws the game, lose an interception, I find the Chargers to win this game. So I'll go with the Chargers as well. Let's go to the next game. It is going to be the Raiders at the Chiefs. Raiders coming off that terrible loss to the Jets. They're 6-5. They go at 7-4 Chiefs. This game got flexed to the afternoon because they're saying the winner of this game could possibly have division implication on the line. So, who do you got, Jeff? Raiders at Chiefs. Ooh.
Not the homies. Gotta go with the Chiefs.
Okay.
John Gruden, he got his 2 straight. He's done. He just got smoked. He'll get smoked again. I don't think the Oakland's what everybody thought they were.
Yep. So, Raptorsgurl, who do you got? Raiders at Chiefs.
I don't know, man. The Raiders have been a better team this year than they were last year, and the Chiefs are pretty much the opposite. So I'm actually going with the Raiders.
So you got the Raiders. Okay, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And I'm going to... Chiefs don't play as well as at home as they do on the road, but I still think at this time with Patrick Mahomes being hurt and resting and the knee popping in place, what I learned is he didn't tear his LCL, his ACL, or his MCL, so that's good.
Yep.
I know because when I tore my Achilles, I thought at first when I twisted my knee, I thought I tore my ACL on top of it, but I didn't. I just strained it, so thank God. But Achilles took a year and a half to rehab from that. But if you dislocate your knee and you pop it back in place and you don't tear those 3 ligaments, you're good. That means you can come back in 3 weeks. So with that being said, the Chiefs just came off a bye. Andy Reid 17-3 off the bye, make it 18-3. I got the Chiefs.
Good pick.
Got my best friend here with me.
All right, now let's go ahead and go to the next game. You got the New England Patriots traveling to my Houston Texans. The funny thing about this, the Patriots are 10-1. They're also 10-1 against us. Our last win and our only win was in Reliant Stadium, which is now NRG, January 3rd, 2010. It's been 9 years. We've lost 8 straight to those guys, and we are a total of 1-10. God damn it. I'm tired of losing to these fuckers. So I got the Texans to fucking win 30-13 because Tom Brady will get exposed. Will get exposed by our defense, and not only that, but he can't put up 6 points and beat us, or 10 points, or 13 points. I don't think that defense is capable of stopping Deshaun Watson in the way that the Ravens stopped us. Therefore, this is the first time ever since I've been on YouTube since 2013, the first time I've ever guaranteed a victory over the Patriots in all the games we lost against them. I've always been optimistic. This time, for the first time ever, I'm guaranteeing Texans victory.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Jeff, what you got?
I'm not going to go against Tommy football. I'm going to take the Patriots. Continue their role. I don't think Deshaun's as good as everybody says. I don't think Houston's offense is as good as they say they are. And what does Belichick do? Takes away your best weapon, and then beat me somewhere else. And nobody's been able to really do it yet, except for Baltimore. I want to go chalk here and play the Patriots.
All right, Raptorsgurl, who do you got? Patriots at Texans, Sunday Night Football. The whole world's watching. Tom Brady versus Deshaun Watson.
I'm sorry, I don't think this is y'all's year. I'm gonna go with the frickin' Patriots.
Well, I thank you for your honesty.
It's hard to say, I know, but you have to. Yeah.
All right, now let's go ahead and go to the final game of the year, and that is the Minnesota Vikings 8-3 at Seattle 9-2. And I didn't mean to say final game of the year; I meant to say final game of this week. Minnesota at Seattle should be. Minnesota did win an upset in Dallas. Can they do the same in Seattle? The Ravens did it. New Orleans did it. But can the Vikings do the same? I'm going to start with Jeff. We got Vikings Seahawks.
Yes, the Vikings.
Ooh.
The Vikings. Yeah.
Ooh.
They beat Seattle at Seattle. Kirk Cousins comes up big. Thielen may be back this week. They're coming off a bye. I'm not 100% sure if he's back. But with Diggs and Seattle, if you can contain. If you can contain Russell Wilson, you can beat Seattle. I mean, the Eagles played like crap and only lost by 7, and they shut the game.
Wow, okay.
They could have won.
Yeah, you guys could have won that game. Like Seattle gave y'all a bunch of chances.
You can't beat my high school with 5 turnovers.
You're right on that. How many picks did Wentz throw?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Purple People Eaters. I'm going to take them to beat the Sea Dogs.
Okay, Raptorsgurl, who do you got? We got Vikings at Seahawks. There's playoff implications for both of these teams. They both can make the playoffs. Who do you got?
I'm actually going to go with the Seahawks.
All right, you got Seattle. This one was a tough game, and again, Minnesota is capable of winning on the road. And Seattle has lost some home games, but I think somehow, some way, Russell Wilson finds a way to barely squeeze a win off of this. I think Seattle is fighting for that Niners, and if Niners lose, it makes it more reason for Seattle to want to win. And if they tie, Seattle then becomes the new number 1 seed.
Yep.
Interesting. It gets interesting now. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Seattle. If I'm basing San Fran to lose, then that means I have to go with Seattle to win. So then by default, I got to choose Seattle. So I got the Seahawks to win. And we're going on 29 minutes, guys. It's going to cut off in about 30 seconds. So I just want to thank both of you for being a part of the show. Jeff, hope to get to talk to you again.
I appreciate it. Keith,
yeah,
thanks
for
for setting this up. Steve, great meeting you. I like your enthusiasm, especially with your hometown, with your Houston boys. And hook 'em horns.
Yep, hook 'em horns. And Raptorsgurl, I want to thank you for being a part of the show, like always, and I hope we do more in the future.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks. Had a good time.
Okay, so we got 10 seconds left. We're going to go ahead and close it off. We're going to say peace out, like, comment, subscribe for more videos. This is Steve, John, Raptorsgurl. We're signing out. Peace.